If you're anything like me, gaming probably looks a lot different for you than it did 10 years ago. You probably have a family, a career, a house that always seems to need something. You still love gaming, you just don't have the luxury of disappearing into the office for hours every evening, or your TV's being occupied by a tiny human that's watching K-pop Demon Hunters for the 50th time, which, if we're being honest, I actually really do like. That's where the ROG Xbox Ally X comes in, and it actually makes sense to me. I've been using this as my primary gaming device for the last several weeks, and it's been great. I play it on the couch, in the bed while my wife's reading a book or scrolling social media. I even use it in the office in my little comfy chair over there. Aaron's got karate practice, and I'm sitting in the car waiting for him, and I can pop this on for 15 or 20 minutes and play. This isn't a benchmark review. This isn't to give you the specs. This isn't here to tell you this is the fastest handheld. I'm here to answer one question. Is this a handheld that finally lets busy dads get back into gaming? So why did I buy the Ally X? I've already got a great gaming PC with a 4090 that does fantastic. Ironically, it started with a Steam Deck. A few years ago, I was active duty military still, and I traveled a lot for work. I spent a lot of time on planes and a lot of time in hotel rooms. Having a portable gaming device gave me something to do and was fantastic on the go. Fast forward, Aaron was born, and I retired and I wasn't traveling nearly as much, but something interesting happened. That's when I realized what I actually valued. It wasn't portability, it was accessibility. I still think the Steam Deck is a great device, but on some of the games it's starting to show its age and I was looking for an upgrade. Picked it up for two big reasons. One being the upgrade, and two, believe it or not, I'm probably gonna get hammered in the comments, but it's actually Windows. I run Linux and I run Bazite on many things, even things that shouldn't even be running Bazite. Going back to Windows, there's some things that'll run every launcher, every anti-cheat, and I can load easily some games that might not have been purchased in the traditional way. On Windows, I did want a simple way to control it that was really nice. It gave me the Steam Deck feel or the Steam OS feel. So I've been using WinEnhanced, which is actually really great. It puts everything kind of like Steam OS does, big picture mode. You can come over here to library and it's got all your libraries set up how you want them. Xbox, xCloud, GeForce Now, and then your other games, that's what I was talking about. You can sort them through, you can do just all your games, and of course it's got Steam on there. But you can do all your games. I have mine sorted, what I have installed right now, and that'll just pull from everything. One of the new updates they did just do that I really like is if you go into your game and you go over here to settings, go to manage, you can change the artwork on how you want. Another thing that I should note, because I was using Play Night before, which is really great, but if you come to your games, what's nice, come to own games, and we'll see a game that I don't have on Steam, like we'll just say Borderlands 3. You can install it right from WinEnhanced. Another thing I should note with WinEnhanced on the Xbox Ally X is you can control all your stuff, like it'll control lossless scaling and you can switch between everything, and you still have your armory crate. And it'll also take care of your settings if you want. Like I have mine set up where it does the TDP automatically, whether it's plugged in or not, whether it's stock. Thing I should add with WinEnhanced, it can take care of your hibernate, so it switches to an enhanced hibernate, and it actually does really well. I actually waited to finish this review, hence the shirt change, because I had a trip to the Philippines and this ended up being really great on the plane. It was really nice to hop into a game and play a little bit instead of trying to watch a movie on a tiny screen or pull out a laptop. Aaron had the Steam Deck, I had the Ally X, and it was great. And I think that's kind of a big point, and what I'm getting at is somebody like me or other dads that are just tired and want to hop in and play a game for a little bit, you can do that. It doesn't come without some faults, and really the faults I have for it really aren't that big. A lot of people complain about it is the clicky buttons. Actually, I should probably do it down here where the microphone's at, but you can hear they're pretty clicky. It's not really that big a deal to me. They do make some different buttons you could switch out for a $1,000 device. Another thing is the unboxing experience was really great. I know that's not a big selling point. For me, it is kind of nice, you know, but it did come with a cardboard stand. I guess I can't complain too much because now the Steam Deck and other devices are around $1,000 or more, and they don't come with the stand at all. I just felt like having a $1,000 device and they send you a cardboard stand. I did fix that with 3D printing. Again, shouldn't really need to. I don't think this is the cheapest device, and I don't think it's the best device, but it lands right there in the middle where it's really great. It does work really well, and I think it probably is the best value. With the rise in the Steam Deck price, I think it might be dethroned, by the Ally X. They do make the Ally that's a little bit cheaper, so if you're looking on a little budget, that's also a good option, but I think if you can spring for it, I think the Ally X is probably the way to go. I know a lot of people have a concern about the ergonomics and the way it's shaped, but if you're used to and you like an Xbox controller, it is really great. It does feel like you're holding an Xbox controller with a screen in the middle. Speaking of the screen, I think it's sufficient. I don't think it's bad by any means, but I wouldn't say it's great. I did fix that with a pair of the glasses that kind of give you the big screen experience. If you guys want to know more about the glasses or how they work or how well the Ally X does dock to a TV, let me know in the comments below, but also be sure to like and subscribe. Until then, this is probably the handheld I'll be reaching for when I have a little bit of time to game.